Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of 15-Minute Builds. And in today's episode, we are going to be building a cactus farm. This is basically the cactus farm that I'm building in my single-player survival world in Kingdoms. But I want to do a little tutorial on it. It's pretty straightforward, it's completely stackable, and it's very, very efficient. You lose very few cactuses with this particular farm design. So the area that we're going to use is 19 wide and 25 deep. You can make it deeper if you'd like. The big thing is that you want it to be 19 wide so that when you put water here, it flows towards the middle and doesn't quite hit this middle row. That's going to be the big thing. So, also, if you are building underground, you can shrink it a little bit and then just basically dig in where the water's going to go. So that's pretty much it. As far as resources, really what you need is glass panes and then sand and cactus, a few hoppers, and some water. The rest of the building blocks, you can use whatever you want for slabs, whatever you want for full blocks. I'm going to use andesite because it's easy to see, and slabs because I think it goes pretty well with andesite, but you can do whatever you want with it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to building. I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock, starting right now. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is build up some walls. And as I said, each layer is going to be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And I'm just going to use World Edit to put in these walls. Otherwise, we'll take 15 minutes putting in the walls. So let's see. Andesite is 1, 6. So walls 1, 6. There we go. So, we now have walls. Beautiful. Let's change the inside of this to something else. Maybe, actually, let's do this. Set air. Let's go ahead and bring this andesite down. One more. Like that. And then let's change this texture to something different, just for the sake of, let's just go sand, I guess. It doesn't particularly matter. And then I'm going to just go ahead and fill this bottom one with green stained glass. So, what was it? 9513, I think? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is find the middle point of this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and knock out this block. And we're basically just going to put a gap right here. And then let's just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. So right here, this is going to be where our output goes. We'll take I want a regular chest. There we go. We'll take a chest and plop that. Those are slabs. We'll take a chest and plop that down right here. Let's replace that one. And then I'm just going to take some hoppers, and we're basically just going to run a big hopper belt all the way into that chest. And each layer does not require a hopper belt. Only the bottom layer requires one. So we'll probably end up doing a second layer, because with World Edit, it won't take all that long. A lot of this is just placing blocks, but this will run all the way over here. And we can, if you want, you can put some stained glass here so you can see it in action, or you can do whatever you want with the windows. That's completely up to you. So that's all good. Now, the next thing we're going to want is our slabs, and you want to count 1 block up from the glass pane and put it on the top of this level right here. Like so. And we're going to go and make 3 rows. Actually, you know what? Let's start elsewhere. It doesn't particularly matter. But just for the sake of continuity, let's move it over 1. So we'll have basically 3 rows of cactus here. And we'll bring it over like this. So starting from the wall, 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, like so. And we could actually fit 4 rows then, if we do it that way. So let's do that. The one I built in my single-player world was a little bit smaller. Oh, no, we can't fit 4 rows. Just kidding, because we'd have to have glass around the one side, and that wouldn't work very well. Or you could, it's up to you. You'll see the concept in a minute here. So let's go ahead and finish putting these guys in. And we're just getting all this filled in like so, and then we're going to knock out every other one. And this is where our cactus is going to go. Ooh. There we go. And we'll just knock all of these guys out. Like so. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Almost done. And there we go. Done. Okay. So we'll have our cactuses like this. Now on top of each of those, we're going to put a block of sand. Also, by the way, in the last episode, a lot of you said the shaders were too bright because I was building with sandstone, and I kind of agree. So I'm trying out a new shader pack. This is Conquest of the Sun, which was made for use with the Conquest texture pack. I did a Let's Build on that a while back, and I really like it. I think it's good. Let me know if you like this one or the KUDA shaders that I normally use better. This one's definitely a little bit less vibrant, I guess, is what we would say. So we'll get those in place, and then up here, we're going to count. I suppose we could put our cactus in place first, but we'll do that last. So cactus will go at this level, and one level above that, we're going to put in a bunch of glass panes. And we're going to wrap them all the way around. Now, if you are building in survival and you don't care about how it looks, these outer rows that I'm putting in right now are pointless. You don't actually need them because they won't. The cactus that hits that it'll go into the wall. It won't make a difference. The ones you do need are the ones right here, because we basically want to prevent the cactus from breaking and then going off to hit other cactuses. Let's go like that. There we go. Oop. Kind of tricky to place sometimes. I suppose I could do this with World Edit, but whatever. And there we go. And then last but not least, we need one right here as well. Almost got it. There. All right. Now, every other one, we're going to put in a glass pane again. Just like this. So we'll basically have like a little glass pane box around each of these cactuses. So it'll look something like that. As I said, this row right here, and this row right here are not necessary. I just like to have them there for aesthetics because I think it looks better. But as far as functionality, they don't serve a purpose. So if you're short on resources or you don't care about how it looks, feel free to omit those rows of glass panes because you don't actually need them for the farm. They don't increase the efficiency of the farm, let's put it that way. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and get this row of glass panes in. There we go. And then this one. And this farm is based on a design that Exumavoid came up with quite a long time ago in a Minecraft myth-busting video. If I remember, I will link that one in the description. It was his research that basically gave me the idea for this farm. So it's not, I don't know if he actually showed an actual design for it, but this is the way that I'm implementing what he found when he did a myth-busting video on cactus farms. So let's go ahead and get our cactuses in our cactuses. I think technically both are actually correct. But let's get these guys in place. And they'll just go like this. There we go. We'll do the same on this side. And like so. All right, so with 11 rows of cactus, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, 11, and then 3 on either side, that will, each layer basically has 66 cactus. You can tweak the dimensions however you want, though, because it's definitely a very adjustable farm, shall we say. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to get in here and put in our water. So basically, right up along this edge, we're just going to put a whole bunch of water streams, and you'll notice those will flow to these hoppers in the middle here. And we can do the same right over here as well. So there we go. And then, for another layer, all you'd have to do is basically take your glass and put that in like so. Break out the middle. And stack it on top. And that's basically the whole farm. Now, as I said, you don't need hoppers on any level other than the bottom one. That's the only level you actually need hoppers at. So, if we were to take this whole guy and say we stand, where do we want to do this from? Let's say right here. And go copy. And then right here and go paste. Basically, you can see the whole farm stacks just like this. Actually, that's not quite right. Undo. I don't think I was up far enough. There we go. Try again. Nope, that's not right either. Move 1. Oh, no. Undo. Undo. Oh, man. So I want to be like right here. There we go. Now it should be good. Yeah. So, no, it's still derped up, but whatever. Anyway, so the idea here is that you can stack these as high as you want, and you can have as many layers as you want up to bedrock. Each layer takes 7 rows, or 7 height, basically. So, that's pretty much all there is to it. Let's just move this up one so we can fix it. There we go. And then you can see right here. Now it should be at the correct height. And it is, although all the cactus fell, which is fine. Whatever. Come on. And we can replace the wall. If I can actually get over here. Here we go. This is 1/6. And another important thing to note is that cactus does not require light to grow, and it doesn't increase the growth rate either. So if you don't want to have lighting in here, you really don't need it. There's no spawnable areas inside this farm at all, other than the hoppers. I think technically stuff can spawn in the hoppers, so you may want to put some light down there or something. But they can't spawn on water, and they can't spawn on glass. So it should be pretty much safe. And you can see basically how this would stack. So basically you just want to make sure that the glass is one level, the glass floor, I should say, is one level above the glass panes. So you have a gap there of 1. I did some testing, and it definitely makes a difference as far as the output goes and how many cactus you lose to cactus falling back on itself. And then just make sure that your slabs are above the water. And that is basically it. So, there you have it, guys. We've got ourselves a pretty simple cactus farm. And a lot of these cactuses came from when everything broke. But still, It outputs pretty well. I think in the roughly hour and a half it took me to build the farm in my survival world, because I did, I think, like 4 or 5 layers or something like that. I got about 5 or 6 stacks of cactus, so not too bad. It works pretty well. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this video... Oh, wait, by the way, the build is done at 13 minutes and 54 seconds. Forgot that the timer was still going. Anyway, so that is the Cactus Farm, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Let me know your thoughts on the Conquest of the Sun shader as opposed to KUDA, which is what I normally use. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.